Happy New Year everyone, I hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year, and today we're back on the Theme Park Jack YouTube channel with a roller coaster review. The video where I'll be going through everything new coming to UK theme parks is coming next week, but today I wanted to start off with the first video of the new year on my favourite roller coaster in the world, Taron. So today I'm going to do an in-depth review of that. We're going to start by going through the layout of the ride, talking about the bits I like and how good they are, how bad they are, the different parts of the layout. Then afterwards I'll talk about the theme and just sum up what I like and don't like about this roller coaster. But first thing you need to know, obviously, you can find this at Phantasialand near Cologne in North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany. And yeah, it's basically the #1 attraction at Phantasialand. There's this and Black Mamba, they're the two big standout roller coasters there. But yeah, we're just going to take a run through the layout now. So you come out of the station and you slowly wind into the launch section. All the time the soundtrack's playing, it's getting you really pumped up. You're so hyped to launch off now, and it holds you there for a few seconds, then you literally just absolutely blast off. One of the most intense launches I've ever been on. This goes through an overbanked turn, then it goes into an amazing airtime hill. You get launched out of your seat there, you dive down, pick up loads of speed and go through a tunnel. And then you just go through basically a big twisty section, and on paper this might not actually look that good, but the thing is that you build up so much speed as you're going round it. There's loads of head choppers and rocks that you're diving past, and this is actually a really good part of the ride. You're just enjoying the speed and it's really picking up. Then it dives down into the second launch, and this second launch is the best part of the ride for me. It is so ridiculous. It's really intense. I grade out on it, and you then go up through this massive bank turn, top hat kind of thing that then goes into a twisty section, and you launch right past a waterfall as well. And then after that, drop out of the twisty section then, and then you go down into another overbank turn, and you really hold your arms in at this point. It's a really good head chopper moment. Well, it is for me anyway, with me being nearly 7 foot tall, but I'm guessing it will be for you guys as well. Go through more twists then, and then basically now to finish off the ride, you go through some floater airtime hills. Now these hills are trimmed a little bit, but I don't think they had any other option, because you look here at the speed you hit the brake run at, and the brake run isn't very long. Now remember, this ride runs like 4 or 5 trains, so where on earth else would they be able to fit them if they didn't have that you were slowed down enough to be stopped by the start of the brake run? So they need those trim brakes there on those last couple of airtime hills, just so it slows you down a bit, so as soon as you hit the brakes you can be stopped quickly, and therefore they'll have enough capacity for more trains. And I mean, this ride, it has a capacity of 1,200 riders per hour, which is a lot. I mean, you think about that, you're not going to be waiting long for this. You know, I remember when we went, and in the afternoon at Phantasialand, we joined the queue and it was full of people. There was loads of people there. We were thinking we're probably going to be there about an hour and a half, 2 hours, or you would be at a theme park in the UK with how they operate the rides. But oh no, at Phantasialand, they don't mess around. I mean, we were waiting about 25 minutes tops. So yeah, they are quick. They don't mess around. You're not waiting for long, and that's great. So alright, it would be ideal if those last couple of airtime hills didn't have the trim brakes, but you know what? As a trade-off for capacity, I'll take it, to be honest. It has a length of 4,330 feet. You saw that on there. It is very, very, very long. It's not one of those rides that's over and done very quick. The first launch, the first section, isn't that long, but I'll be honest, you think about some other launch coasters that are out there, with some of them, that first section would literally be it, but then you dive into the best section of the ride, that launch, which is my favourite part of the ride, then you slam out of that, go up for that overbank turn where they've got the waterfall there that sometimes soaks you, and it's just really, really fun. There's a height of 98 feet, which again, Phantasialand actually on this is a bit like Alton Towers. They can't build their rides very tall because it's very near a residential area where it's built. I mean, the splash battle that they've got there on the other side of the park, I don't think they can even operate that on a Sunday or something. So yeah, they have a lot of restrictions in that area, but I actually quite like it because they get creative. They're not one of those parks that just drops a ride on some concrete and it can just go however tall and it's not really an object to them. with this they have to get creative, and with Taron it really is. I mean, the height, it is just, it doesn't need the height, but it still picks up so much speed just weaving in and out of all the buildings. It goes to 72 miles an hour. You do think that you're actually going a lot faster than that. It's great, and that's why it's my favourite coaster in the world. It just really does pack a punch. It's not one of those roller coasters. I mean, this is my criticism with Icon at the Pleasure Beach bit, that you just kind of get on it and it meanders round, and all right, it's fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just a bit dull in areas. And this, there genuinely isn't a dull area at all. I mean, either you're in airtime hills, you're in an intense launch, or you're going around all these twisty sections and building up speed. There isn't a single dull moment to it at all, to be honest, and I don't think that it's overhyped in the slightest. Now, the theme of this, some people criticise a bit. God knows why. I think it's great. It's probably one of the best themed roller coasters outside of Disney or Universal I've ever seen. In fact, it is the quality of Disney or Universal. This ride could be at one of their parks and it will fit in perfectly. And I'll be honest, it might even beat the theming of some of the rides there. It's just got rock work all around it, obviously, as you saw in the POV. It's like a whole medieval village called Klugheim, but they've kind of dropped that name now, and they've brought in the rapids called Mystery Quest, Mystery River, I think it is, and with the roller coaster. Well, there's 2 roller coasters in the area, and also the indoor drop tower as well, and that's now formed a bigger themed area called Mystery. And I'll be honest, the name's not so good anymore, is it, to be honest? I much preferred Klugheim, but yeah, that's been ditched now for Mystery, when they've brought the 2 other rides into the themed area with it. But yeah, there isn't much of a storyline on this, to be honest. I mean, there's meant to be one apparently about like some mystery forces like zooming through some like medieval village or something like that. I mean, I just do not understand the theme to it, and I don't think anyone does, to be honest. I think the actual storyline to this was a very last minute decision, to be honest, and I think they got the ride sorted then probably a couple of days before the park opened. They thought, oops, storyline, let's come up with one. And yeah, it is lacking a bit, but I don't really care, because the fact is, I just take the storyline. It's just some like crazy train flying through some village or something. That's all you need, really, isn't it? The fact is, it looks good and the theme is very good. You know, just because there isn't a storyline doesn't mean it's a bad ride like some people seem to think. And at the end of the day, it's in a medieval village and it's got a really fun roller coaster there. Just look at it that way. So yeah, the soundtrack to it as well is being developed by Imascore. Imascore know what they're doing. They make some great theme park music. Some of my favourites are the ones that they've got at Toverland. Their soundtracks there at the Port Laguna, the new entrance area, are absolutely amazing, and on Phoenix as well. And they've also made some other good soundtracks like the Wicker Man one. And Imascore are really the go-to people for theme park soundtracks. And yeah, the soundtrack on this is absolutely amazing. I've got it playing in the background right now. Yeah, it's probably my favourite theme park soundtrack of all time. And especially when you're going into the launches as well, it's all matched up for the different parts of the ride, the soundtrack, so it really gets you pumped up and excited and the adrenaline going, and then yeah, it sends you off. And it's really all about the action, the soundtrack. And they've got some other soundtracks playing in the Klugheim area as well, like some more kind of calmer ones and stuff for when you're off the ride just walking around. There is quite a lot going on in there, and it is kind of a route through to get up to the rapids and the Chinese area at the back of the park. So a lot of people walk through the area to get from A to B basically. So a lot of people come through Klugheim, and yeah, it just looks beautiful. I mean, Phantasialand have really looked after it. It looks great. You'll really enjoy it. I mean, if there are members of your family when you go there that aren't keen on going on the ride, enjoy it for ages. And I appreciate that, because not everyone in the family is going to want to go on the big intense rides, are they? So those who don't, while you go on them, you know, there's plenty of places to sit and just enjoy the area. There's the restaurant, and of course as well, if you're a family going there, well, the ones who want to go on the intense coaster, Taron can do, and the ones who are just interested in a more tamer kind of thrill can go on Rake. So I think it's great how they've got thrill coaster and family coaster right next to each other, and I wish more parks would do that, to be honest. But yeah, my thoughts on Taron: amazing ride, my favourite roller coaster in the world. For a while I was wondering which was better, this or Troy at Toverland, but I think after thinking about it for a while, this definitely takes the cake for me. It's just from start to finish, absolutely amazing. You hit the brake run, and me and my dad who were on it just looked at each other and just started laughing after it. It is absolutely amazing. You will do the same. Everyone in the train when we hit the brake run was just clapping, laughing. Everyone loved it. It is so much fun. It doesn't go upside down, but it doesn't need to. Absolutely love it. 10 out of 10 for me. Best ride in the world. But thank you very much for watching today, guys. Once again, I would just like to wish you a Happy New Year. I hope you did have a good Christmas, as good as you can do at the minute, really. And I will see you in the next video, which will be coming very soon. I've got lots planned for this year, guys, so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. And I'll see you in the next video coming very soon. And on next Wednesday, that's when you can expect the video to come out, where I'll be running through every new ride coming to UK theme parks in 2021. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye now.